Hi, welcome to Sting Time. I'm Billy Miller, your student body president. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now tune into DETV. Hello, and welcome to DETV.
Today is Friday, January 29th, 2021.
I'm Von Hoprich.
And I'm Anyanka Carlson.
On today's show, we'll keep you up to date on all the new movies coming out this year.
And we see what the students are thinking as we near 1 year of remote learning.
But first, let's get to today's announcements. Today begins a series of college virtual visits with ASU Teachers College. Students who are interested in becoming a teacher should be sure to join the session. The link can be found on Google Classrooms for the classes of 2021, class of 2022, class of 2023, and the College Club.
The Desert Edge Dance program is one of the great arts programs we have on campus. Performance dance auditions for the 2021-2020 school year will be taking place virtually on February 17th and 18th. Interested students should join the Dance Audition Google Classroom for all audition materials and details. The class code is K7FKCLS. An informational meeting will be held Friday, February 5th from 12:50 to 11:25 p.m. on the Dance Audition Google Meet link. This audition is open to all DE students. Here's more information.
Hi Desert Edge, this is Mrs. Randalls. I'm one of the dance teachers here at Desert Edge, and I just wanted to reach out to inform everyone about our upcoming performance dance and advanced placement audition. This will be for the 2021-2022 school year. So if you are interested, you need to sign up for the Audition Google Classroom, and all of the information for this audition will be on that Google Classroom. I will be having an informational meeting on February 5th during the open AOT on Fridays from 12:50 to 1:25. I hope to see you all there. Thanks.
Coming up after the break, we've all been learning remotely for nearly a year now. We'll check in with some DE students to see how they feel about being this far into the school year.
And a little bit later in the show, we will look at the biggest films being released this year.
Plus, we will get an update from the world of DE sports.
Don't go anywhere, DE.
It's been a year.
We have gone through trials and tribulations.
We've lost people along the way.
Whether it's family, friends, or maybe even activities, we all have lost something.
We know what keeps us safe and keeps others safe.
Always remember,
Wear your mask.
Stay 6 feet apart.
and remember, we're in this together.
Welcome back.
You know, Vaughn, we've been doing remote learning for so long now, it's beginning to feel normal.
I agree, but as an introverted kind of guy, this is sort of a dream come true for me.
I can understand that, but not every student at DE feels the same. Here's more.
With us having been working online for close to a year now, we at DETV want to get the opinions of the student body and what do they have to say about these online classes. A common complaint is that we are assigned too much work by our classes.
Question 1. How many hours do you expect to spend on online coursework each day?
6 or more hours.
Depending on how much classwork I get, and usually that's classwork for all 3 classes a day, unless if I have simple classes like theater or guitar. The honest amount I get is about, I say, 3 hours of classwork a day just per the school day. And on week, I say I probably have around 12 to 14 hours of schoolwork I have to do after I come home from practice.
Online school is a mixed bag with many benefits, but it also has its flaws.
What's the hardest part of learning online school?
Hardest part of learning online this school is mainly because at home you have a lot of distractions, like there might be background noise from your family, and even when you tell them to stop, they won't stop. It's hard.
Trying to keep your focus and doing your work on time.
The hardest part of learning online school is, frankly, how you have to adapt to it. Because frankly, you never know when a connection is going to cut out. You never know when you're going to have too much time or you're taking too much time, and you'll never know when you miss an important piece of a lesson. You could have to go and just grab something or do something for your parent because they need you to do that real fast. You can miss a very important part to a lesson, or you can miss an entire day and not be given anything that can help you understand. Just have to go on and just learn what's new for that day without understanding what you had, what needed to be learned from yesterday that you missed.
Students seem to prefer in-person learning rather than our current online classes.
Do you prefer online school or in person?
I prefer in person.
I prefer in person, mainly because it's easier to communicate with others and teachers.
The student body's opinions on online learning are clear.
Finally, how do you feel overall about distance education?
I really don't like the distance education. I like the in-person school much better. It was much easier, mainly because some kids might have trouble learning at home. Stuff might be going down in their house that they kind of want to be away from, which school gives that opportunity to get away from that temporarily bad state. Or maybe it just might be more distractions at home, so it's harder for kids to learn.
I feel it is fine, but it is stressful at times.
Would you like to elaborate?
I feel that students are given more work because they're expected that they're able to do more work since they're at home in their comfort areas, when they should be given less work because it's more stressful to do work in your space and it's easier to get distracted, per se.
Thank you for the interview.
Learning, I feel, is all right, but I don't like that. I don't like them having them put in a Wednesday due to the simple reason that students are being tasked to multiple hours of school for 4 different days. It's 95 minutes straight of being on a screen, and then for people who do sports, they spend about 2.5 hours right after school ends at a sport that they have to do because they want to. And because of this, we don't get enough time. So having Wednesday just be a school day and not being a day where people have a time to just catch up on everything that they need to do and be able to work out any assignments that they weren't able to get done within that night, and instead of having to worry about the next school day just being a late start and not being no school.
Overall, the student body's opinion on online learning is negative. It is the best thing we can do in these times. From DETV, I'm Grace Johnson, signing out.
COVID-19 has us learning from home, but it hasn't stopped our DE athletes from giving it all on the field and court. Marcus Salazar joins us with the latest from DE Sports News.
The varsity boys Scorpion basketball road trip did not go as planned. The third region game was a rough night as the Scorpions fell to 2-1 to Deer Valley on Tuesday night, with the score being 58-54. Your JV Scorpions basketball team also fell to Deer Valley Tuesday night 61-57, bringing their record to 1-2. Your freshman boys basketball team traveled to Deer Valley High School on Tuesday night and left with their second loss of the season, and their record now sits at 1-2, but they will look back to get to winning ways. The freshman and sophomore girls basketball team made their debut on Tuesday night, hosting the Deer Valley Skyhawks. The girls lost 31-22, but they played with a lot of energy. And the varsity girls basketball team squeaked by the Skyhawks 44-40, and the game went back and forth until the final few minutes. Up by 6 points with less than 2 minutes on the clock, Haley Montano hit 2 free throws to make it a 7-point game, and the ladies held on to get an important region win. Our next game is Friday night at home versus Cactus.
Thanks for that, Marco. Now let's turn to Jacob Clapper for the latest news in Arizona, the nation, and the world.
Thanks, Anya. The news wires have been off the hook lately, and I sure have been busy trying to keep up with all the news coming in. Today we take a look at our new appointee, reopening schools, and a new COVID variant in the UK. Let's get to it. The Senate Commerce Committee advanced Buttigieg as President Biden's pick to lead the Transportation Department Wednesday. The vote was 21-3 in favor of Buttigieg. The final confirmation vote for Transportation Secretary will be done before the entire Senate. Experts have been stressing the importance of in-person learning for students' development and access to essential services. In one study, CDC researchers looked at schools in Wood County, Wisconsin that opened last fall for in-person learning. They found that COVID transmission was 37% lower in school than it was in the surrounding community. Experts say that's because of precautions the school took, like mandating masks and separating children into smaller groups. The UK has announced that traveling citizens and residents arriving from 22 countries considered high risk will have to go into government-provided quarantine accommodation for 10 days. The measure is for those who cannot be refused entry after being in those high-risk countries. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has revealed the details today, Wednesday, at Parliament. He said the Department for Health and Social Care is working to establish the facilities as quickly as possible. That's it for me. Back to you.
Thanks for updating us on the latest going on in the world, Jacob.
Now let's move from the news of the present to the news of the past, with Nathan Vasquez in today's installment of Today in History.
Nathan?
This week in history, the world remembers and mourns the loss of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi, who died unexpectedly in a helicopter crash just 1 year and 3 days ago. The Los Angeles Police Air Support Division had grounded its police helicopters on the morning of January 26 due to poor visibility. Poor visibility and bad weather was a main factor that contributed to the crash, although the exact reason for the accident is not fully known.
Stay tuned. Up next is the look at the newest films coming to theaters and streaming services near you.
We'll check it out after this short break.
COVID has separated us from the things we love most. Whether it's family or friends or maybe even activities, we have all lost something. So you stay home, you should practice doing some things. Socialize with friends. Whether you're playing games or talking to them on the phone, you should try to maintain your social life. And finally, exercise. Even if it's taking a walk or running a marathon, staying physically active is a great way to stay healthy.
Welcome back.
Even with theaters closed worldwide, movie companies are still coming out with fresh films.
Today we take a look at a few of the upcoming films coming out this year.
In the Fast and Furious 9 movie, Dominic Toretto and his crew joined forces to battle the most skilled assassin and high-performance driver they've ever encountered, his Forsaken brother.
Disney's Jungle Cruise takes you among the jungles of the Amazon in a tree that heals all and can change the world. But if put in wrong hands, it could awaken a great evil. Follow explorers as they take an adventure in the jungle and face life or death obstacles in order to change the healing world as we know it. Starring casts like Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt, you know this movie's gonna be a good one. Coming in theaters and Disney Plus on July 22nd, 2021.
The movie Ghostbusters before? Well, there is a new movie set to be released in June this year called Ghostbusters Afterlife, and it's said to be about a mother and her 2 children that have moved to a different town, and the children soon discover a connection to the original Ghostbusters and their grandfather's secret legacy. It also looks like some of the original Ghostbusters cast will be starring in it as well. From the trailer, it looks like the plot will still be the same, but it revolves around the children and not the original cast, which sounds interesting and looks mysterious, and we will have to wait and see how the movie will turn out to be.
The Godzilla vs. Kong trailer had dropped on Sunday, January 24th, and minds were blown to see the 2 giants on the actual official trailer. And now the countdown awaits 2 months, March 26th, for Godzilla vs. Kong to hit theaters and HBO Max. And I know me, along with a lot of other fans of Godzilla, cannot wait to see the 2 giants duke it out.
Top Gun Maverick is the long-awaited sequel to Top Gun, the Tom Cruise classic action blockbuster of the 1980s. It's been nearly 35 years since the original Top Gun, and Tom Cruise is back, this time to train and prepare new generations of pilots while confronting the past. Top Gun Maverick is planned to release July 2nd this year to a theater near you.
That does it for today.
Remember, you can send us requests, suggestions, story ideas, and announcements to DETV2012@gmail.com.
Until next time, I'm Vaughn.
And I'm Anya. Have a great day, Scorpions.